What's up, YouTube? As most of you know, if you've been following me, I am on a cutting diet right now. I think we're partway through week 6, and I was getting some comments on my videos asking me to do like what my diet looked like, what my current meal plan was. So I basically stick to the same macros 6 days a week, and then I have one day where I refeed and really change stuff up, have a high carb day. But I'm gonna go through a low carb day with you guys, which is, the majority of the time. And yeah, we're gonna go meal by meal. I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm eating day to day. And we're gonna have the camera with us all day, so you're gonna see it. Let's get started. So meal number 1 for me is gonna be my protein oatmeal. Typically what I'll do is I'll make it, I'll Tupperware it up, take it to the gym with me, and then between my fasted cardio and my workout, I'll eat it, give it a little bit of time to digest, then I'm gonna kill it. But today, since we are doing this video, I'm gonna make it at home in a bowl, and I'm gonna show you exactly how I do that. Basically, you're gonna need some protein, you're gonna need some oatmeal, you're gonna need some peanut butter, you're gonna need some frozen wild blueberries if you wanna do it exactly like how I do it. So let's get started. Got all of our ingredients in a bowl. Now we just gotta mix them up. Just pulled this out of the freezer, so I'm getting ready to eat it. It is going to be amazing. It's one of my favorite meals that I do. I'm getting ready to go kill my workout, so my carbs are a little higher in this meal. I do about 40 to 50% of my carbs pre-workout and a little bit post-workout when I really taper them down throughout the day. So this meal has 11 grams of fat, 34 grams of protein, and 41 grams of carbohydrates. So perfect for pre-workout fuel. I'm gonna eat this, give it about 5 or 10 minutes before I start heading to the gym. That'll give me a good 30 minutes before I actually start training. That's enough time to digest this food and kill my workout. So I will see you guys after the workout for meal number 2. All right, so we just wrapped up our workout, and I'm gonna have my post-workout meal. I'm keeping this fairly low carbohydrate. So what I do is I have an entire container of liquid egg whites. This has 50 grams of protein in it, and I'm gonna do a whole bag of spinach cooked into my omelet. We're gonna use this pan here. And I'm also gonna drink a Powerade Zero. This thing is 0 calorie. I put a scoop of branched chain aminos in here, and it tastes like really good Kool-Aid. So make sure we spray the pan. Bingo. And then what I do usually, I cook the spinach down a little bit in the pan first before I add in the egg whites. So dump that in there. This will cook down, and it's not gonna be that much when it's done. Spinach shrinks the more you cook it. Put that in there. Then we're gonna let that sit for about 3 to 5 minutes. It's gonna cook that spinach down. Then we're gonna add in our seasonings and our egg whites, and then come back to it. So we've got our spinach cooked down a little bit. As you can see, only took a few minutes, and it is a lot shorter than it was. Add in the egg whites. Make sure you get them even in here. Sometimes it doesn't want to go all the way through. Bingo. And then nothing crazy, I just put a little bit of black pepper on there. I do probably a little too much garlic powder, if you ask anybody that's around me immediately after eating this, but I think it makes it taste really good. And then a little bit of oregano. Put that in there. Simple as that. Now all I gotta do is put the lid on it, and then I will step back. This probably takes anywhere from 7 to 10 minutes to cook all the way through, and breakfast is served. So I'll be back when it's done. Look at that. Think she is done. Okay. Let's grab. I am really bad at folding these. Up. We gotta fold, and then bingo. That extra. And look at that. Whole bag of spinach, 50 grams of protein and egg whites. And then what I'm gonna do is horseradish mustard. I don't know if you like horseradish. I don't like horseradish, but this mustard is great. Adds a lot of flavor, 5 calories per serving, but there's no fat or carbs in it, or no protein, so that doesn't make any sense to me, but it's usually a little sparingly. But all right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and eat this, and I will be back for meal number 3. All right, meal number 3 is going to be, we got asparagus and 8 ounces of chicken. So we cooked this chicken on a George Foreman grill, which is actually a pretty easy, nice way to cook it. Drains off some of the fat, and pretty basic meal here, guys, nothing special. Pretty low carb, we're getting the fiber in and our greens and our nutrients from the asparagus. Chicken's giving us that protein, so I got it all macroed out as well into my plan, as always. And voila! I don't know if you were expecting it to look any different after the microwave, but it doesn't. Alright, and then typically what I'll do, I have a ton of different sauces I go to. You want to be careful with your sauces, because if you're using sauces that contain a lot of calories, that can really add up, because you're going to want to put a ton on this food. Not that it tastes bad by itself, but a little flavor when you eat the same stuff every day goes a long way. So, I'm going to grab, let's do some jalapeno mustard. There we go. Almost out. We're gonna use it sparingly. And that's it. So, this is meal number 3, guys. And then I'm gonna eat this. I think we got to go to the store or something. Then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna show you meal number 4. Back again, getting ready to pull meal number 4 out of the microwave. This meal is 8 ounces of cod, which is a white fish, and we got, what is it, I think 4 ounces of green beans. So no primary carbs in my last couple meals, as you've seen. Keeping it pretty lean. So I think I got some carbs coming here on meal 5. But we are almost done. Bingo. Okay. And as you can see, boom, baked cod and green beans. Nothing crazy. And then Taco Bell fire sauce. Love this stuff. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of this on here and I'm gonna eat it. Now, keep in mind with my diet, the way that it works is, actually, you know what? I'll explain that to you at the next meal because it'll make more sense. So I will see you guys here in a little bit for meal number 5. All right, just pulled meal number 5 out of the microwave. Does this look familiar? So I'm doing another 8 ounces of chicken and 3 ounces of asparagus. Now this is where things mix up. In the last meal I told you that I had how my diet kind of worked. What I'm trying to say is that I don't necessarily, I have in the past, but I don't eat the same exact stuff every day. I'll experiment and I will grab different things and, like, you know, especially if it has a nutrition label, I'm gonna scan it into MyFitnessPal app. Is that upside down? I'm gonna scan it into the MyFitnessPal app and I'm going to weigh stuff out. I'm gonna measure it up, that way I can have, you know, my primary foods, and I'm also gonna have little extra treats here and there, like this sushi. I love sushi, by the way. So basically what I was going to explain as well in the last meal is that the way my diet is structured, I always have my 2 chicken and my fish meal every day, no matter what. I'm having 16 ounces of chicken, I'm having 8 ounces of a white fish with 2 different versions typically, sometimes 1 version, but typically 2 different versions of green vegetables. Those are staples in my diet. Those I have every day no matter what. That ensures my protein, my micronutrient intake, and my fiber is on point. The rest of it is kind of up to whatever I'm feeling like that day. Do I want protein oatmeal? Do I want to make protein pancakes? Do I want, heck, I can drive through Tim Hortons and get myself a bagel. That's gonna use a lot of my carbs for the day. But what I'm trying, I do not follow the same strict plan every single day. I count macros, I put them in my phone, I log every single thing I eat, and I am not really tied down to any certain diet. And that way, you know, let's say one day comes and I have no food prep and I know we're gonna be traveling all day. I can go through drive-thrus, I can stop at restaurants, I can find places that I can make fit my macros, and I can have whatever I want. To an extent, I guess the biggest thing about counting macros is the portion control aspect of the entire thing. You know, you can have pizza, but man, that portion's gonna be tiny, and who stops at just 1 slice of pizza, you know what I mean? So anyways, here we go. I'm doing my sushi We don't have, I opted out of the soy sauce because I've had some extra drinks, like that Powerade has a little bit of sodium in it, and the sauces I've used today have been a little higher in sodium. So I am kind of steering away from using soy sauce with this, but I'm gonna eat this real quick, and then, man, meal 6 is coming up. So, and typically the way it works is meal 6, I gotta see, okay, what's in my macros for the day? What macros do I have left over? So typically meal 6 is like a concoction of different stuff thrown together. So I will tell you one thing, there's gonna be peanut butter. All right, I will see you guys here in a little bit. All right, we are at meal 6. This is the final meal of the day. I'm getting ready to eat this. I'm gonna go lay down and relax a little bit before I hit the hay and get it all started again tomorrow. Basically, I calculated my macros. What I had left over, I had enough left over for 1 scoop of protein and 40 grams of natural peanut butter. So I blended this protein up with some ice and I made myself a little shake. And then, you know, this peanut butter, 40 grams of it. Probably just gonna eat it with a spoon. Nice and slow though, because I love peanut butter. Always make sure you weigh your peanut butter, by the way. This is so easy to overdo it on. Don't eyeball it or don't just go, oh, 1 tablespoon. Weigh it, because this is so easy. I can't even tell you, so easy to go overweight on and really go over your calories. This is one of the most nutrient-dense foods on this planet. So be very careful. What else? Okay, yeah, let me show you where my macros are at for the entire day. All right, so as you guys know, I use the MyFitnessPal app religiously. So we can go in here. Now keep in mind, not everything, focus. There we go, you can kind of see it. Not everything is really like, you know, breakfast, lunch, whatever. Not everything is in the right place. I kind of plug it in. You can see we had the oatmeal in the morning with the blueberries, liquid egg whites, and the whole bag of spinach there. So I'll factor it in, you know, 16 ounces of chicken there. We got our 8 ounces of cod. We got our French style green beans frozen. We got the hand-picked asparagus spears that I had in 2 of my meals. We got the scoop of protein there, you know, side of greens I had, half of the California sushi roll, another scoop of protein, and there's my peanut butter for the day. So, and there's a little bit extra as I did. Basically, I go to nutrition now, and these are my macros. You can see them. So I hit 114 grams of carbs, 53 grams of fat, and 312 grams of protein on the day. So typically what I do is right now during my cut, my macros are to stay between 50, I have macro ranges that I try to fall between. So my fat is between 50 and 55 grams a day. My carbs is close to 110 as possible. I'll usually go 105 to 115. So that worked out good for me. And then my protein I have a little more leeway with. Proteins typically I want to always hit 300 and I usually can go up to about 350 if I'm having typically like a really tough day and I'm extra hungry, I can have some extra protein because it doesn't seem to affect me much. Being the most thermogenic of the macronutrients, it's really really hard for your body to turn that into fat. So I haven't really, you know, those 350 days, I never wake up the next day feeling like I overdid it or I did full or anything like that. So did a really good job tracking everything today, guys. And like I said, I don't eat the same stuff every day. There's variation in my diet. I have the 3 meals that always remain the same, that I have the other ones are kind of, you know, however I'm feeling that day. I hope you got a lot out of this, guys, and, you know, show you that dieting can be flexible at times. You should have some staples in there, so it'll make life a whole lot easier for you. But having, you know, little snacks here and little stuff here that you can do is really big for keeping you on point, keeping you on track, and helping you reach your goals. So anyways, guys, if you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to leave me a comment below. My new website launched, RemingtonJamesFitness.com. It was around before, but now it's fully redone, especially if you look at it on a desktop. It's really beautiful, but it's got a ton more content. So check that site out. Let me know what you think of it. And if you need help with a meal plan, coaching, anything like that, guys, I'm your man. I've been doing it now. I have officially 47 clients on 12-week programs, and only 11 of them are in my same state, which is pretty freaking cool. So I'm gonna enjoy this stuff, guys, and I'm gonna get some rest and talk to you soon. Be sure to like my video and subscribe. We'll see ya.